Most people think that if two reasonable people decide to get a divorce in Utah, the process will be simple. You hire a lawyer, you split the assets, and you move on. But here's the reality. Even with the best of intentions, reasonable divorces go off the rails every single day, and it's usually not because of a fight between the spouses. It's because of a trap hidden in the legal process itself. But here's the hard truth. Many divorces that start out with two reasonable people still end up in a high-conflict, expensive, and emotionally draining battle. So why does this happen? It's because the outcome of your divorce isn't just shaped by your mindset. It's shaped by the legal process you enter and the skill set of the professionals that you hire. Today, I'm going to look at the invisible mechanics of the Utah legal system and how you can intentionally choose a path that protects your co-parenting relationship and your finances. Here's why traditional lawyering escalates conflict. In Utah, most traditional legal processes are adversarial by nature. This is a critical distinction. Even if you hire a lawyer with good intentions, the traditional lawyer skill set involves looking for leverage, controlling information, and applying pressure. These aren't necessarily unethical tactics. They are part of ordinary adversarial lawyering, but they have a side effect. They move you out of problem-solving mode and into self-protection mode. When the process feels threatening, your nervous system stays at a state of high alert. You start filtering facts through fear. Information is shared selectively, and your positions harden. Fairness and clarity become nearly impossible to achieve when everyone is operating defensively. In this environment, even reasonable people start to look like opponents. Many people default into litigation because it feels like the standard path or the path that your lawyer wants you to take. But we need to be honest about what litigation is. It's a formalistic structure designed to impose decisions, not facilitate agreements. It rewards attack and defend behavior. With positional negotiation, people tend to anchor themselves to a demand. They make concessions grudgingly and view any compromises as a weakness. This structure often creates new problems rather than solving old ones. It limits communication and increases the psychological stakes. For families with children, this is a mismatch. You can't build a co-parenting future using a system designed for a win-lose contest. Where litigation is an adversarial model, collaborative divorce process is a problem-solving model. It's a voluntary, no-court process centered on transparency. But it's not just mediation. It has a very specific structural feature that you need to know about, and that is the disqualification clause. This clause requires that if the matter goes to court, the lawyers must withdraw. While some see this as a risk, it actually is the most powerful benefit of the process. And why? Because it aligns everyone's incentives. Lawyers in collaborative process aren't busy trying to be litigation ready in the background. They are 100% committed to negotiating solutions. This prevents strategic posturing. Instead of fighting over territory, you're looking at your interests. You're brainstorming creative solutions that meet the needs of both parties and the children. When the system supports cooperation instead of leverage, you'll think more clearly and share better information. Now, what if you don't need full-scale representation? Maybe you're looking at an online uncontested divorce in Utah. You should consider unbundled or limited scope legal services. This is a fundamentally different way to work with a lawyer. Instead of retaining a lawyer to manage the whole conflict, you hire them for discrete tasks like reviewing an agreement or assisting with strategy or preparing specific documents. This model changes the incentives. Because the lawyer isn't steering the ship, the focus shifts towards education and risk assessment. You maintain control over the tone and pacing, but you still benefit from professional legal judgment when you hit a critical decision point. Keeping a divorce on track doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of selecting a professional whose training and approach actually aligns with your goals. If you want a peaceful transition, don't enter a system designed for battle. If you are in Utah and you're starting this divorce process, ask the hard questions early. Questions like, are you trained in collaborative law? Do you offer unbundled services? And how do you prevent adversarial escalation? Your choice of process today will determine your family's stability for years to come. And if you want to dive deeper into specifics of Utah law on this, I've linked a full blog post to the description. If you have questions about how the process works in practice, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer as many as possible. Thanks for watching, and take control of your process, and I'll see you in the next video.